JR's right. He and Babe loved each other to pieces, and he loves little Adam just as much. But when I found little Adam so sick from that glass of scotch that he had left out, that's when I realized that as much as he loves little Adam, he just is not able to provide the care and the kind of home that he needs right now.
That's a lie.
David and I are little Adam's biological grandparents. We are deeply in love, and we can provide the stable, loving, nurturing environment that he needs.
Thank you, Mrs. Hayward. Although the court has already heard your thoughts, is there anything you'd like to add, Dr. Hayward?
Yes, Your Honor. I didn't even know my daughter existed until she was an adult. And despite the Chandlers' interference in our relationship, I cherished every single moment with her until the moment she was taken away from us. Now, if there's anything good that came out of her death, it would be that it brought her mother and me back together again. Your Honor, when I hold my grandson in my arms, I see in him a chance to build the relationship that I was not afforded with my daughter. I see in him a chance to raise him in a way that would honor and respect my daughter's memory.
Mr. Chandler has stated that it was his wife's dying request that he raise his son.
Well, unfortunately, that's a conversation we only have JR's word for.
What? I would never lie about Babe's dying wish.
You've already shown that you would do anything to hold on to your son, even run with him.
Gentlemen,
Why should we
please,
believe
let's
you
keep
now?
a civil tongue. Your Honor, David wasn't part of most of Babe's adult life. And the reason why is because she didn't want anything to do with him. You remember that? Thanksgiving? She said he was the worst thing that had ever happened to her. That she was sick and tired of him hurting the people that she loves. Remember what she said next? She wished that you disappeared forever. That she wished that you disappeared forever. That was your daughter's words. Did I leave anything out? David did come back to town, only to check and see if Babe was happy, but he didn't have the guts to face his daughter because he's such a coward. In fact, he never even held his daughter in his arms until she was dead. Son of a bitch! Kill you!
Look at you. I understand that emotions run high in cases such as this, but let's try to maintain some decorum. If there are no other witnesses, I am ready to make my ruling.
Your Honor, excuse me. My name is Tad Martin. I'm Mrs. Hayward's ex-husband, and I raised JR. He's my stepson. I'd like to say a couple words. Is that all right?
Your Honor, this is irrelevant. Mr. Martin is a bitter ex-husband who would say anything to sabotage Mrs. Hayward's happiness.
Mr. Martin knows both parties intimately. I'm interested in what he has to say.
Thank you, Your Honor. I find it ironic that I have to sit here and listen to the Haywards discuss building a loving, stable environment, when the fact is he bedded my wife when I was out of town on business and then turned around and got addicted to medication.
Your Honor, this is slander.
I will hear all sides. Continue, Mr. Martin.
Crystal spoke of JR losing his way after Babe died. That's the truth. But it's equally the truth. So did she, which is why another court has given me sole custody of our infant daughter, Jenny. Now, Crystal is a wonderful mother, and she can see our daughter anytime she wants, but I will never allow my daughter in the presence of David Hayward. He's torn through my family one too many times now. For all his loving words about his grandson, I'm sure he does have feelings for little A, but the idea of ripping that boy away from the only father, the only home he's ever had, is payback, pure and simple. It's revenge. It's got nothing to do with the welfare of the
That is not true. This has absolutely nothing to do with revenge or payback, and everything to do about my love for that boy. I love him enough to want to protect him from an irresponsible father and a dangerous grandfather. He needs me, and I need him. Your Honor, yes, it's true. I was estranged from my daughter during her latter years, but that never diminished my love or devotion to her, which is exactly why I want to honor her memory by giving her beloved son the home he needs, the home he deserves. a safe place with two loving parents, which is something he's not even close to having now. Your Honor, my wife and I, we want to give him a safe, healthy environment where he can thrive. And that is exactly what my daughter would have wanted. But we cannot do that unless this court awards us, my wife and I, with the privilege of raising and loving our grandson.
It's clear from all I've heard and seen today that both parties are very passionate about this child. It's typical in this sort of case for custody to go to the father. While I have no doubt that Mr. Chandler loves his son deeply, he has committed a number of violations and, given his current issues, may not provide the most stable of homes. At the same time, Dr. and Mrs. Hayward are settling into a relatively new marriage and seem to have their own custody issues on another front. At present, young Adam is in an excellent home. I hereby recommend that the child remain in that home until such time as permanent custody can be determined.